racing driver and a samurai are very linked.
Nearly dropped it from the gravel. Oh, how has he done that?
This is the docu-edit Formula 1 2024 season, and a spectacular project where you will be able to see a spectacular montage and edits about most of the drivers as you have never seen before. And this is the episode number 8 of the Developer Diary series, where I will show you the latest edits I've made. That it's... wow, I have no words. Today, in this episode, I will show you the latest edit I've made that, yes, is about Fernando Alonso. Let's reveal some footage of this edit, and let's also explain how I was able to build it and the making process of this fantastic edit. And this is the Fernando Alonso edit I'm making. This section that you can watch here, it's an unbelievable edit that I'm making, guys. It's not so long, it's just about 4 or 5 minutes long, but it resumes very well the Fernando Alonso season in 2024. The Fernando Alonso season last year in 24 was not so exciting and so great as it was in 23, when he had a much better car. The Aston Martin in 23 was able to score multiple podiums. He got 8 podiums in 23, but in this 24 season the car started as the 5th fastest, and unfortunately in Aston Martin were not able to develop the car as it should be, and at the end of the season even they were the 8th, 7th, even the 9th team in some races. That means I have not so many highlights in terms of Fernando Alonso fighting for get podiums and victories as he did in 23. That's why I was thinking how I could be able to represent the Fernando Alonso season in this 24 without so many highlights. And the idea basically was to explain at the beginning of the season, the first 4 or 5 races, he had a car that was not so fast in race, but still being fastest in qualifying.
Fernando on fire. Brilliant lap. Fernando Alonso gets to 3rd position.
And we were thinking that we were not that fast compared to Red Bull and Ferrari, and now we are in the same 10th of them in qualifying, which is a surprise.
He was qualifying in top 5 places at the beginning in Bahrain, in Saudi Arabia, in Japan. I think he was 4th as well. In China, I think he was 3rd, started in 3rd place. The turning point for Fernando Alonso was in the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, when he suffered this crash in free practice 3.
Yeah, sorry, red flag. You okay, yeah?
Yeah, all good.
That also affected him to the qualifying performance, the confidence he had with the car, because in that Grand Prix at Imola, Aston Martin brought very important upgrades that didn't work on the car. That episode at Imola was the turning point for Aston Martin, and from Imola to the final race of the season, the car development was terrible. Every upgrade they brought, most of them didn't work and made the car slower. So the first part of the edit was focused in the great car they had in qualifying, the turning point more or less at the middle of the edit. You can see a lot of bad races, some mistakes, incidents Fernando Alonso have, because he's fighting with a car that is not so competitive as it was last year. You can feel the frustration of Fernando Alonso being passed by multiple drivers every race. I wanted to reflect in this edit that Fernando Alonso still being one of the greatest drivers, you know, he's 2 times Formula 1 world champion. I tried to find as much highlights as possible of Fernando that season in 24, some overtakes he did to different drivers, but that's not the most important part of the edit. The most important part is in the last 2 minutes, when you will be able to see a super creative part of the edit, different montage and visual effects.
Fernando Alonso, he fights his way by.
It's about the samurai concept Fernando Alonso have on his life. He really liked this samurai culture, the Japanese samurai culture. He read different books. He talked about it in different interviews during these years.
A racing driver and a samurai are very linked.
He said basically that to be a Formula 1 driver, it's similar in some regards to be a samurai. How the samurais see the life, risking all, being in danger, but always trying to overcome the difficulties, even if they have to die. No matter what, they will fight forever. And that mentality suits very, very well in the Fernando Alonso mindset and driving style. That's what he said multiple times. I wanted to represent this samurai spirit or samurai concept Fernando Alonso talked during all these years in this edit. The final minute of this edit you have to watch it, guys. It means a lot, especially if you are a big Fernando Alonso fan. If you have knowledge of Formula 1, you will understand perfectly what I try to represent in this edit. For people who is following this Developer Diary series here on YouTube, I have to explain that a lot of months ago, in the first episode of this video series, in the all access version that Floss Premium members can watch on my Patreon page, patreon.com/Floss, I announced that I was working in an edit that was involving Fernando Alonso and George Russell, related to the incident George Russell and Fernando Alonso had in the 2024 Australian Grand Prix. In the last lap, George Russell crashed and the stewards decided to penalize Fernando Alonso because they said that Alonso backed off before the corner, causing a very dangerous situation. The edit finished here, but in that all access episode 1 of the Developer Diary, I said to my Floss Premium members, guys, let's wait, let's maintain this edit open just in case some kind of polemic action between these drivers could happen in the future in this season. And it happened. And this is what I want to show you guys, how I've completed this edit that involved George Russell, Fernando Alonso and one driver more of the grid. Who is this driver? This is something I will going to reveal in the all access version of the episode 8 of the Developer Diary docu-edit Formula 1 2024 season, where it's possible to watch the all access version of this episode number 8, patreon.com/Floss. You have to be Floss Premium member. Also, you have the option to buy this post or to buy the official collection on Patreon of the docu-edit Formula 1 24 season. If you buy the post or the collection, you will get unlimited access forever without being member to what you bought. Floss Premium members that you are watching this all access episode, the next driver that is involved in this edit is that was the episode 8 of 10, only 2 episodes to go. Here you will be able to watch the previous one, the episode 7, and the episode 9 will be available here in the future. Thank you so much for watching, see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye.